come along with me for a weekly meal prep. I need to clean out the fridge, and I went to the grocery store, and now I am getting ready to prep for my week ahead. This is so important for me. I'm starting off by making some quinoa in the Instant Pot. So I'm basically doing 1 cup of quinoa with about 4 cups of water and just going to put this in the Instant Pot. And the reason I love the Instant Pot is I can get it ready, put it on, and it does its magic, and I can multitask and do a lot of other things. And so I'm gonna put this on for about 9-10 minutes and just do a natural release and get my quinoa going. I love to prep my veggies ahead of time, and I like to clean them. Some items I do like to cut, but when I do get them home from the grocery store, I always clean all of my organic produce and let it rest on a towel and then let it naturally dry and then add it to either my glass containers or my amazing bags. Prepping. I can't tell you this enough. To be successful on a Starch Solution lifestyle, I feel it's so important to prep your veggies, cut them up, wash them, do all the things so that during the week when life gets busy, you don't even have to think about it. You can just start pulling out all of your prepped items and put together easy meals. I even like to prep my salads ahead of time. So I've, cleaned my lettuce and all of that. And then I take my 4-cup Pyrex bowls and I just pre-cut lettuce for a few days just so that it's easy. So midweek, I'll make some more of these 4-cup Pyrex bowls with just lettuce and my fixings, but then I can then put everything together. And also I have a ton of lettuce for that Wednesday when I need to prep more lettuce and have that available. So this is just so important. I really have been enjoying lettuce, having salads. It just fills up a meal so nice. I have been aiming to have 1 salad a day, and so I need to buy a lot of lettuce from the grocery store. And I have noticed a big difference in just how I feel. I'm feeling more light and vibrant eating lettuce. Quinoa is done. So once again, putting it in a glass container. I love glass. I have moved away from mostly all plastic and moved to glass. And I love these square containers for some of my cooked items. Incorporating a lot of onions into my meal plan. These are for salads. These are for sauteed items for the week when I want to saute a bunch of veggies. And so I like to just pre-cut and have this available. So it's just not even something I have to think about during the week. Carrots. I love carrots like this. I don't like the baby carrots. I don't think the flavor content is as good. I believe they soak them in something, and I think it takes some of the natural flavors out. So I just like to cut up my carrots, and I can use them for sushi, my salads, and all that good stuff. Cherries are in season, so heck yes to these vibrant, amazing looking cherries. They are so good. Had to try one because they're just so delicious. I made overnight chia pudding oatmeal mix, and I made this in the Vitamix, so I will share the recipe below. This was really decadent, actually a little too decadent for me, not gonna lie, but the flavor profile was really, really great on it, and it had some chia seeds in it, And I just blended the mix together and then put it in my little tiny mason jars. And so I was able to enjoy these throughout the week ahead. I'm cutting up some more onions to make a soup. I'll share this recipe below because it is so delicious. I've made it a few times, so I now need to share. So I'm sauteing just some onions and carrots. I'm adding in some potatoes, mushrooms, and I'm just gonna make it into the Instant Pot and added in some peppers here. And I made the quinoa and then I had to clean, the Instant Pot, and then I put together this soup. So just adding in some seasoning, also some veggie broth, and just mixing it all together when it's on the saute setting. And then I'm going to turn it on and cook it in the Instant Pot and just let it cook down. I am not going to add my corn or my lentils until after the soup cooks down because I like to use my immersion blender to blend it, which I will show you. But cleaning off the lentils and the corn mixture. Ooh, look at this soup. It is hot and steamy and looks delicious. I am so excited that I was able to pack all of these veggies into this. Adding in the lentils and the corn. You could also add in like zucchini. I mean, you really could add any veggie into this amazing soup. Getting out my Vitamix immersion blender and just gonna blend it a little bit. I really like my soups like this. It feels really comforting and creamy, and I like it to have like a few chunks in it. And just the flavor profile was so good. And the consistency, look at this. This is so good. And I can't wait to enjoy it. I added in some nutritional yeast and some salt with some soy milk and stir it all up. And it becomes so creamy. Just adding a little bit of soy milk definitely makes a huge difference in the creaminess of a soup at the end, adding in a half a cup to a cup. I, of course, had to taste the soup as it was cooling, and I have my 2-cup Pyrex bowls, and so these are great to just portion out soups for the week so that you don't even have to do much. You can just take it out of the fridge and warm it up on the stovetop or the microwave, whatever your choice is. But this soup turned out so good. And as I said, feel free to add in different veggies of your choice in the cooking process. And then when you immersion blend it up, you hardly even know what's in there, to be honest. And this was not a tomato-based soup, but you could turn it into a tomato-based soup instead of adding all of the veggie broth as well. Get creative with your soups. I love having a soup. It's a great way to get in veggies and starches and beans and all that good stuff. I have been wanting to try the Plant Strong black bean burgers. And if you know me, this is like my kind of convenience food, but I always need to make it like more Starch Solution because I love my veggies. So I decided to take the mixture, put it in a big bowl, cut up a bunch of mushrooms, and zucchinis are in season for the summer. And so I was like, why not just add in some zucchini as well? Because just let's pack our burgers with amazing veggies. I added in the water per the instructions. I actually had lentils and garbanzo beans. And so I was like, I might as well just add some more bean mixture to this and bulk these up. I stirred it all up and wow, this was quite a fun mixture to make. And the great thing about Plant Strong is they provide the flavor profile. So how do you make really good looking plant burgers? You take a mason jar wide lid, or you could use a regular one actually, and you press them down and you pack in the lid, the ring, and then you just put them on parchment paper. And I cooked for the time on the recipe, and they turned out so good. And these were a staple for the week because I can add these to salads. I don't eat a bunch of bread most of the time, but these were great to be able to just have on hand and add them to a salad. Thanks for being here on my meal prep weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this coming your way.